Why Samsung is falling behind in the AI chips race. In 2025, the tech industry is locked in one of the fiercest battles in history, the race to dominate artificial intelligence chips. These processors aren't just powering devices, they're propelling entire sectors into the future, from cloud computing and generative AI to robots and driverless cars. Samsung, a worldwide giant that was previously thought to be unbeatable in the semiconductor industry, is experiencing unanticipated instability as firms like NVIDIA and TSMC are breaking records and setting new standards. Samsung dominated the memory chip market for many years, establishing an empire on DRAM and NAND. However, AI chips need more than just storage. They also need innovative designs, next-generation production, and extensive software ecosystems that combine potent AI models with hardware. Can Samsung catch up? That is the topic at hand. In a race that at once appeared poised to lead, will it now take a backseat role? Let's examine the 7 main causes of Samsung's decline in the race for AI chips. Let's watch. 1. Over-reliance on memory. Market leadership. With decades of memory chip development, Samsung has established itself as the unchallenged leader in the production of DRAM and NAND flash. These chips continue to be crucial in everything from servers to cell phones, bringing in enormous sums of money for Samsung. But industry goals have changed as a result of AI computing. Specialized processors such as GPUs, TPUs, and accelerators made specifically for AI tasks are in high demand. Although Samsung has unparalleled memory expertise, its transition to these high-margin AI-specific chips has been hampered by its strong reliance on memory chips. Samsung's chip design focus has traditionally been on consumer electronics and mobile devices rather than AI data centers or autonomous systems, in contrast to NVIDIA, which has transformed GPU architecture to dominate AI computing. Samsung has lost out on crucial early momentum in the AI chip industry as a result of this over-reliance. 2. Issues with yield and manufacturing delays. Samsung and TSMC are direct rivals in the production of sophisticated semiconductors. Both businesses are competing to use extreme ultraviolet (EUV) lithography to create semiconductors at smaller nodes such as 3 nm and 2 nm. However, Samsung continues to struggle with manufacturing yields, which makes it more difficult to mass-produce innovative semiconductors. Because of TSMC's shown stability and dependability, well-known clients like NVIDIA, Apple, and AMD have come to rely on the company more and more for its AI and high-performance chips. The yield rates weren't competitive enough to draw in big contracts, even when Samsung launched its 3 nm process before TSMC. Samsung's competitive position has been further weakened by the perception gap produced by these production difficulties, as TSMC is viewed as the more reliable partner for AI innovation. 3. Slow development of AI. Specific chips. Samsung spends billions every year on semiconductor research, but its AI chip approach hasn't been as daring as its rivals. By creating whole software ecosystems like CUDA to assist AI developers, NVIDIA has established its empire on GPUs tailored for AI tasks. Custom processors are being developed by Google, Amazon, and even Tesla to enable AI-driven hardware and services. Although Samsung's System LSI business has built robust Exynos processors for smartphones, its efforts to develop AI-specific chips have been less successful and have taken longer. A weak ecosystem for AI software. Hardware by itself is insufficient in the current semiconductor industry. Software ecosystems that make their chips necessary have given companies like NVIDIA a significant competitive edge. For instance, NVIDIA's CUDA framework has established itself as the industry standard for AI developers, solidifying its GPU's position as the preferred option for machine learning. Samsung, on the other hand, has prioritized hardware development above creating a strong ecosystem of AI software. Although the company has incorporated AI-powered capabilities into its appliances and smartphones, it hasn't produced a complete software stack that would attract developers and businesses to its AI chips. Even though Samsung manufactures competitive hardware, it lacks the software integration and developer community necessary to transform SEM-I conductors into industry standards due to this lack of ecosystem support. Supply chain and geopolitical issues. Geopolitics and the global semiconductor business are closely related, and Samsung confronts particular difficulties because of its location and supply chain reliance. Samsung, a South Korean business, has to deal with hostilities between its two biggest markets, China and the United States. Chip bans and export restrictions have made it more difficult for the business to get contracts and increase its footprint in important areas. Samsung's manufacturing is still mostly based in South Korea, despite TSMC's successful diversification with plants in the US and Japan. This focus reduces its adaptability in handling international economic conflicts and exposes it to threats to regional security. These geopolitical concerns make Samsung a less desirable option for consumers looking for stability in their chip suppliers than rivals with more widely dispersed manufacturing networks. Intense rivalry between startups and giants. The market for AI chips has grown to be one of the most competitive in tech history, so Samsung isn't simply up against a small number of businesses. While AMD has made great strides with its AI-focused CPUs, NVIDIA still controls the majority of GPUs. In order to lessen their reliance on conventional chip makers, Google, Amazon, and Microsoft are creating specialized processors for their enormous AI workloads. In the meantime, cutting-edge AI architectures that defy industry standards are being introduced by businesses like Cerebras, Graphcore, and Tenstorrent. Samsung's lack of a groundbreaking AI solution makes it challenging to distinguish out in this competitive market. The company is less specialized than AI chip giants and less agile than startups as a result of its concentration on growing its foundry business and memory chip manufacture. Samsung runs the danger of losing market share in one of the most profitable areas of the semiconductor business if it doesn't have a distinct competitive edge in AI-specific design. 7. Too thin, strategic focus spread. Samsung is a multinational technology firm with a variety of business divisions that include semiconductors, home appliances, and smartphones. Samsung has become a financial powerhouse as a result of its diversification, but it has also decreased its capacity to concentrate vigorously on the development of AI chips. Due to their intense concentration on semiconductors, rivals like NVIDIA and AMD have a greater advantage in terms of innovation. Samsung has made large investments in AI, but its approach has been dispersed over a number of domains, such as consumer electronics, displays, and smartphones. Even if these industries are still lucrative, they divert resources and attention from AI chip research and development at a time when agility and focus are essential. NVIDIA's aggressive drive into generative AI, cloud computing, and high-performance data centers stands in stark contrast to the company's evolutionary approach to AI advancement. Samsung runs the risk of being overshadowed in a market it has the means to control, while NVIDIA makes headlines with GPUs that shatter records and TSMC solidifies its position as the leading producer of AI chips. Its absence of a trademark AI product, manufacturing challenges, and slower shift toward AI-specific innovation underscore the risks associated with over-reliance. See on historical strengths, but there is still a great deal of hope. Samsung has the ability to recover thanks to its enormous R&D expenditure, engineering know-how, and global presence. The business could still change the course of this race if it can sharpen its focus, make significant investments in AI hardware and software, and take advantage of alliances. The next few years will determine whether Samsung stays a titan of the semiconductor industry or slips into the background, and time is running out. Let us know in the comments what you think about why Samsung is falling behind in the AI chips race, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.